The war between Russia and Ukraine has entered a far more intense phase. The recent decisions by the US and UK to allow Ukraine to use their donated weapons to strike Russian territory were aimed at deterring further aggression. However, instead of achieving this goal, it seems to have inflamed tensions, with Russia responding with devastating attacks, turning Ukraine into what some describe as a punching bag. Recent reports indicate that Russia has launched an unprecedented wave of drone and missile strikes against Ukraine. On the night of November 26, 2024, the Ukrainian Air Force reported one of the largest single-night assaults yet. So, what happened? During the attack, Russia launched Iskander-M ballistic missiles from the Voronezh and Kursk regions. Alongside these missiles, a record-breaking number of Shahed-type attack drones and unidentified UAVs were deployed from multiple directions. Ukrainian radio technical troops tracked a staggering 192 aerial targets. These included 4 Iskander-M ballistic missiles and 188 Shahed, 136 kamikaze drones. The Ukrainian Air Force claimed significant success in intercepting the barrage. They reported shooting down 76 drones across 17 regions, while an additional 95 drones were either lost from Russian radars or neutralized by electronic jamming systems. However, some missiles and drones still reached their targets, hitting critical infrastructure. The attack appeared focused on Ukraine's energy infrastructure, potentially aiming to weaken the country's military logistics. Even with Ukraine's robust air defenses, key facilities were damaged. The Shahed 136, known in Russian service as the Garand-2, is an Iranian-designed loitering munition that has become a key tool in Russia's military operations, particularly in Ukraine. These drones are engineered to hover over target areas and execute precision strikes, earning them the nickname kamikaze drones, due to their self-destructive attack method. Another weapon prominently used in these strikes is the Iskander-M, a short-range ballistic missile system from the Iskander family. Designed for precision strikes on high-value targets, the Iskander-M has proven to be a critical asset in Russia's arsenal. One recent example of its use came on November 23, 2024, when the Russian Ministry of Defense released drone footage showing the aftermath of an Iskander missile strike. The attack destroyed a Ukrainian MiG-29 stationed at the Dnipro Air Base, a critical military hub located near the city of Dnipro, just 50 miles from the active front lines. Focusing back to the attack involving 192 aerial threats, the damage from this massive strike reached even areas that had previously been spared the worst of the fighting. In western Ukraine's Ternopil region, authorities reported that drones had hit a critical infrastructure facility, though details about the target were not disclosed. The strike caused widespread electricity disruptions in Ternopil and nearby towns, leaving engineers working urgently to restore power and stabilize the grid. Russian President Vladimir Putin stated that the strikes were retaliation for Ukraine using US and UK supplied weapons to target Russian territory. He issued a stern warning, claiming that Moscow reserves the right to target military facilities in countries that allow Ukraine to use their weapons against Russia. While Ukraine's ability to strike Russian territory with Western-supplied weapons might seem like a step forward, it has also escalated the conflict to a far more dangerous stage. Recently, headlines have been dominated by reports of Russia using a new type of ballistic missile, an apparent response to Ukraine's use of Western-supplied weapons like ATACMS and Storm Shadow missiles to strike Russian territory. On November 21st, Ukraine's Air Force claimed that Russia had launched an intercontinental ballistic missile targeting the outskirts and critical infrastructure of the city of Dnipro. However, Russian President Vladimir Putin denied the use of an ICBM. Speaking on state television, he clarified that the attack involved a new medium-range, non-nuclear ballistic missile. Putin described the strike as retaliation for Ukraine's use of long-range American and British weapons. Putin went on to reveal details about the missile, called the Oreshnik. This hypersonic ballistic missile represents a major advancement in Russia's arsenal. Capable of reaching speeds of Mach 10, it far outpaces Ukraine's current air defense systems, including the US-supplied Patriot and Germany's Iris-T systems. While these defenses are highly effective against many aerial threats, they aren't designed to intercept hypersonic weapons moving at such extreme speeds. This marks a significant step forward in Russia's weapons technology, with the strike also serving as a test of this new missile. Not only Russia now considers it within its rights to target military facilities in countries supplying weapons to Ukraine. Adding even more tension, Putin announced an update to Russia's nuclear doctrine. The revised policy places a stronger focus on nuclear deterrence, suggesting that any conventional attack on Russia, especially one supported by a nuclear-armed state, could be viewed as a combined act of aggression. This escalation highlights the increasing risks tied to the deployment of long-range Western weapons like ATACMS. Far from deterring aggression, these actions seem to have pushed the conflict into an even more perilous phase. As the conflict deepens and both sides continue to innovate on the battlefield, the question looms: how far will this cycle of escalation go? And what could be the global consequences if it spirals further out of control? Share your thoughts in the comment below. That's all for today. Thank you for watching.